So this is it. So how long has the check engine light been on?
It's been on for like the past 2 months.
And you said it just has like a very bad fuel smell?
Yeah.
Guys, I've been waiting for this day for such a long time. So I just got to Brianna's house. Check in the back seat, check in the trunk. It is full with all the equipment that I'm gonna need because we're gonna help her out with her car today. So let me show you a little recap of the codes that popped up. This is beautiful. This is a really beautiful car. Let's see.
Kind of funny because like my kids are always like, Mom, your car smells like gas.
You got 3 stored codes, yeah.
I have my what's it? I mean, because I've kind of like taken off the seat, but this was on my old car.
Yeah.
And I seen like where the
She has a pretty dope IS300. I know. So the way that I met Brianna is actually through Valvoline. She got hired a year and a half after I got hired with them, and we clicked right away because she knows a lot about her car and she's done like quite a lot of work to it, and she loves to drive it. She dailies her IS300, which I think is pretty amazing because it's like so slammed, you know. But she loves her car and she babies it, and she knows I make content regarding my code reader, my 5610. So she asked me like, hey, you know what, I have this code, I don't know what it is, but my car reeks like gas. And you know, she was explaining just like how she's worried about it, and she does have a stable mechanic that she typically would go to, but I think the mechanic got into like a really bad accident, unfortunately. So there's not a lot of people that she trusts. So she asked me if I could come and just diagnose the vehicle for her and kind of tell her a little bit more about what it is, and then maybe even potentially help her out. So that's why I am here today. I partnered up with Innova to make this happen. Well, first things first, we're gonna open up this hood. We're gonna check underneath and we're gonna do a visual inspection just to see if there's anything cracked, damaged, loose. Wow. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is literally like the cleanest IS300 that I have seen. Look at this. If you guys aren't sure what engine is this, it is the 2JZ GE, so it is a non-turbo engine. Okay, let me go put some gloves on and then we're gonna start the inspection. Right off the bat, there's a hose that's not connected. It's from the purge line that runs up to the evap service port, then hooks up to the VSV purge valve solenoid.
Start it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, start it. So we're just gonna let it run for like at least like 5-10 minutes, and then that's when that solenoid will activate, and then it'll start like sucking in air just so that we make sure that it's working. So we'll just leave it like that for now. That noise right there, like you wanna put your hand in it? Look, try it. Just put your hand right there in that the little hole. Do you feel air?
Oh,
Do you see?
Yes.
Yeah. So it works. It works. All right, guys. We're gonna run that smoke test, and we're gonna see if there are any leaks that hopefully we can catch. Now, if we don't catch any here in the front, since everything is looking pretty good, then we'll probably catch a leak in the back. What's cool about your car too is that you do have a port, like an evap service port right here, and then this is actually where you could like hook up like the tubing and then run the smoke test through it.
Damn, that's nice.
And then this line that it's connected to that runs through the bottom, like it directly goes into the charcoal canister, like it goes through another solenoid and into the charcoal canister. And then this is what you call the purge line, so that entire line, and that's exactly where you want to connect this hose to, specifically only that line, because you have one other line that comes back up, which is the line that connects to this, and then it connects this way.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do it on that one. You always want to do it on the purge line. Okay, that's fine. Sturdy. Now here you're gonna separate these two, okay? Hold one in each hand. There you go. And so we've been letting the car smoke for probably like, I think like 15 minutes now. So we're gonna check underneath and see if we see any of that smoke leaking through the rear. So far for me just checking it on ground level, I didn't see anything. So we're gonna see it this way now.
gave me the part number, so I'm gonna look it up online.
Okay, that's good. Okay guys, so we don't see anything leaking, but what I will do is we're gonna just take off those 8 nuts that are down there, and then from the trunk right over here, let me show you guys. There's actually a door, and from there we can actually review all of the lights. The lights look fine from downstairs, but you know, maybe we can check like those solenoids. I believe there's 2. So there's the purge valve solenoid and there's the VSV purge valve solenoid. So we're probably gonna have to just check those from the top, and then we'll go from there. I'm still gonna let the machine just run and do its thing before we figure out what it can be.
But yeah, he kind of showed me like,
You just see me start shaking. That's
And you think I'm dancing, and it's like, no, I'm like, look, fine.
you don't know if you're till you're working with hybrids. That shit's scary.
Okay, so for the VSV, just double check that these do. That one doesn't work. The VSV valve. The vacuum switching valve on the vapor pressure sensor is not working. It's like what the kids call it nowadays, it is cooked. So that sensor is not clicking, there's no power going in, and it's most likely stuck open. And yeah, so there's no part number on this. There is a part number on the vapor pressure sensor, but not the VSV vapor pressure sensor. I was looking online while I was coming home to see if it's something that I can buy, and there's none that I found that was for sale independently. It's just like the entire system itself. So, you know, I did text Brianna and I let her know, you know, I had told her there, you know, it's not working, and I could try to see if there's, you know, maybe just the sensor itself that I can buy. And of course, if I just get the sensor, then that's fine. You know, we could just wait a couple of days and then get that into the unit. But unfortunately, there's not. Also, another thing is there is a way to diagnose this entire system. Now, it is in the schematics that I had shown you guys way earlier. And the only thing is this is supposed to be still connected and hooked up to all of the main lines. So it's not something that I can actually do here at home. And I didn't realize that till I was like reading through everything else and just kind of like staying informed with like how can I check this properly like all the way through. And it was something that like I didn't really catch. I was like, oh shoot, well I brought it home, you know. But yeah, so I want to show you guys the schematics because I feel that somebody in the same situation, maybe you might want to check. I know that definitely if you did, you're gonna need one of these. So this is what's gonna help. So one of these little bad boys, so dual vacuum pressure hand pump. This is what's gonna be useful for that because you're gonna need to add pressure certain parts of the hose, and then also you're also gonna need some vacuum. So you know, whether you have like an air compressor, you can add some air in there, or you want to like vacuum something. I mean, either or. This works either way. So yeah, well, I'm gonna show you the schematics because I know it's gonna help. And I told Brianna, you know what, I think we're just gonna have to get a new unit in. Luckily, when I was giving her information about, you know, what it can be, and I had like sent her some pictures like throughout the day, she did call Lexus just to like make sure that it was a part that she could just like pick up. It wasn't something that needed to like be special ordered. So she did find one Lexus that was by her area because she lives in the OC. So she did find one, and they did have it in stock. So it's something that we could just like go and pick up if we did need it, which was cool. So well, at least we're safe there, you know. So her car's not gonna have to be like on jack stands, you know, for like 2, 3, 4 days. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'll show you that, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna get back to it. Guys, welcome back. So Brianna just called me a couple of hours ago and she told me that her part arrived at the Lexus dealership. Now I did recommend going with the OEM evap charcoal canister rather than an aftermarket brand because, you know, you never know. I mean, sometimes aftermarket can be good and can exceed OEM quality, but for a part like this on her Lexus, I do just recommend going with OEM. I was actually looking through the market and I seen that some of the aftermarket brands are a lot more expensive than the OEM brands, so I was a little shocked about that. But she got it in already. I'm actually on my way to her house, and then we're gonna start putting everything back together and we're gonna see where it goes. Now, the beautiful part about this process, right, about everything that we're doing here, and the reason why I'm collaborating with Innova on this project is that she thinks that she's paying for, you know, the part and then my labor fee for helping her out, but in reality, it's all going to be taken care of. And I think that's like the most beautiful part of this, and like I'm so excited for it because, you know, like I know she's been kind of struggling a little bit. She has 2 twin boys, so I know she's struggling a little bit with like finances and taking care of rent and like helping out her mom, and I feel with that because like I'm in the same situation, like helping out my mom. I just can't wait to like tell her and then see the look on her face. I'm so excited for that. And yeah, so let's get over there, let's go check out the evap canister and let's get started. And this is how much they charge for the Par 535 with 66 cents. Well, no wonder it's $500. Look, it's sold like this with the entire back cover and everything. Hardware already installed. It's like ready to go, just ready to install. You know what I also like about this too, guys, is that it has all brand new hoses on it, and I think that that's really nice because in that way, in case like while taking out the old one, you know, if you damage any of the hoses, at least this actually has the new one. So it's just literally like you install it and it's ready to go, and I don't have to like modify or do anything to it. I didn't even know that it came with these hoses, so I think that that's really nice, and I think that this is a great touch, so I'm excited. Car's ready to go, and we're gonna start with the installation process. Okay guys, first things first, we're gonna get the electrical wires out, and we're gonna leave those to the side since we're not gonna use that cover. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna remove the hoses on here and then install them into their main points here, and then probably get back to the unit and then just install it all together. The new hoses are now in place. I am actually going to clean these other hoses too, but everything is set. And actually, as for this hose, the evap line hose, so I'm going to connect this while I have the unit inside. But first we're going to put the wiring back into this port, and then we're going to connect to that, connect all the other lines, and then we're pretty much done. And now we could just seal it to the bottom, so then we'll install the 8 nuts all the way around, and then we'll be good to go. And then we'll see how the car starts. Hopefully no misfires. Come on, get in there. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. There we go. There we go. One goes here, and then one goes on this side right here. There we go. So the thing is that I'm just going to replace this entire hose and then clamp it because there was no clamp right here in the bottom. And then we're going to start up the car, and we're just going to make sure everything sounds fine before bolting everything all together. I don't want to start off from these ends, so I'm going to cut it like probably like right here, and then get about the same size like right there, and then that'll look good. And then we'll replace that one, so at least it has, you know, a new hose, and there will not be any issues in the future with that being undone. So I'm gonna put it on the inside. Looks perfectly fine. Yeah, everything else looks, yeah, this is a really clean engine bay. This is a nice vehicle. You're gonna be running great, baby. No worries. When one goes there on that side. You can see it, but one goes. All right, it's looking great. There's not guys, her car is done, and now I'm gonna delete the codes, and she's coming back, so we are then gonna drive it. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see her reaction. I was like, oh yeah, I seen the receipt in the back seat, so I was like, that's how much you paid, huh? Okay, let's do it. I think she's coming back. And then we gotta put on accessory mode. Okay, P0441, P0442, and P0446. Okay, let's go to erase. We're gonna erase all DTCs. And the erase was successful. There we go. Check engine light, gone. Beautiful, and it sounds great. So where I drive like a mom, like that, huh?
Yeah. More.
I'm pedal to the metal. Ooh, this sounds good. Oh, this sounds good. This is a smooth street too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow, this sounds amazing. So now officially you have no check engine light, and I'm so glad your car does not reek like gas anymore. I'm so excited for you, Brianna. I'm so excited. And see, you got to learn a little bit. That was the best part of this.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, how much did you pay for the part again?
I'm trying to find the receipt.
See?
It's like 577.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Now, how much did you say? How much did I say that I was going to charge you again? Like what, like $100?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is actually what I'm going to do. I'm actually, no, it's okay, put it away. I'm actually not going to charge you for any of this.
Oh, no
And I'm
way.
actually going to give you a reimbursement for the part. Yeah. So what I'm doing here with innova is we're sponsoring the work, and you know, I'm just so glad that I was able to show you a little bit more about your car, so now you know. And
Awesome.
now your car's fixed, you don't have any more codes. But yeah, this is all going to be taken care of, and this is just us giving back to the community, because I know sometimes, like especially women, you know, they need help with their cars. They just need a little bit of help to get around. But yeah, so we're going to sponsor this work, and you don't have anything to worry about.
God bless you.
Anytime. But I am gonna need this, okay? You know, guys, cars are extremely unpredictable. At any moment, a check engine light can pop up, and that doesn't necessarily mean it can be an issue with like your engine, but it can be like a number of things. Like a transmission code can pop up, a body electrical code can pop up, an SRS code can pop up. You know, and sometimes when you're in a situation of, you know, you're driving in the freeway and it pops up, like you kind of freak out. And you wonder, like, what is it? Do I have to stop right now? You start, like, you know, looking around your car if you hear anything, if you feel it, like, vibrating abnormally, you know, and you sometimes, you know, you worry. You're, like, worrying that whole time, and then you're kind of thinking, like, what should I do? Now, sometimes it's not too serious, but then most of the time it can be serious. So that's just one of those things that when a code pops up, check it right away. Now, when I was discussing with the innova team about, you know, doing this project about doing this charity work for someone that like needs it for their vehicle and to like help out and give back to the community, we thought it would be a great idea to also gift an OBD2 scanner. So today we're going to gift the 5410 to Brianna, because that way if something happens with her car and you know she's on the go, she's driving, then at least she can plug this in right away and she can know exactly what's wrong and she won't have to worry. And it's just one of those things that I highly recommend, that if you drive very often and you know you use your vehicle pretty much to commute and you get around in the same car, you should definitely have an OBD scanner, especially if it's a car that's just kind of like always in the shop, you're always fixing something, check engine light is always going on. It's really important to have one of these, so at least that way if something does happen to your vehicle, you can plug this in. You can do a little bit of research. You could already know what your car has, and that way the research really does save you. So if you need to send your car into a shop or you want to try to tackle it yourself, at least you could kind of always get a head start and, you know, see what's going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's not, but this is a great thing to do, and I think this is like amazing that she's going to be able to have her own scanner, and she actually just got home, so let's go and let's give it to her. I'm so excited. Now you're gonna be the owner to this 5410.
Yeah.
It's an OBD2 bidirectional scanner, and it can do pretty much everything you need. So yeah, I think it'll just kind of save you if you ever like get another check engine light and you kind of freak out, and now you can plug it in right away. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Aww.
Appreciate you.
Bye. She absolutely loved it, guys. I'm so glad everything went well. The entire procedure went well, and this was a really good vlog. So I will be leaving the link for the 5610 and the 5410 down below. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please ask away. Stay tuned, take care, and we'll see each other for the next video. Bye.